Okay, this on the road video is the 80 freeway. I'm in Laramie right now, Laramie, Wyoming. Just going east. Right now it's morning, so I had a little bit of cloud cover. I might have to reshoot the video if the sun pops out. But I wanted to show you just what it's like going from Laramie up to the Abraham Lincoln Memorial at the very top of the hill, somewhat small mountain ahead. But right now I'm just in the late model, brand new Peterbilt 579, 53-foot Greyhound on the back, and I'm fully loaded right around 79,500. Cummins engine, purring like a cat. And I'll show you how, I have the automatic. I have a brand new automatic 12-speed, which I absolutely love. They're so easy to drive, and yeah, they're bulletproof. Great transmission. So, all right, I put the transmission in manual mode. So, if you have a late model, automatic, or if you know how to drive your automatic, or if you've never had an automatic semi-truck, it has a manual mode and an automated mode. What I do is I put it in manual, and that's where I can, shift the transmission down or up, according to what I'd like, similar to a manual. So, and being almost 80,000 pounds, it's pretty steep what we're going to be going up here in about a mile. It's January 2021 as I film this. Very little snow, even the 80, Utah, Wyoming, very light. Normally in January it's just super white right now. I can't believe how little snow there is, but it's super windy. It's been 60, 70 mile an hour winds. So this part of the freeway and this part of the country is really a pain in the ass in the semi-biz. Alright, so I'm just in the slow lane. Once I get down to 45 miles an hour, I'll put my hazards on, do some blinkage. On these Cummins, I've got the 100th anniversary model. I got the big boy in here, the 900 cubic inch one. Pulls around 2,100 pounds of torque. Ton of horsepower, but it's all about torque in the semi-biz, so yeah, these Cummins, they're great engines. I'm a big fan. All right, I'm cruising around 65 miles an hour right now. I'm in 11th, but I'm in manual mode. Super windy right now. I don't know if you saw those flags off to the right, but yeah, the wind is probably around 40, almost 50 miles an hour right now. So it's going from the right of your screen to the left. So it's blowing south to the north. So it wants to throw my truck to the left. If you look at the semi truck in front of me, his trailer's kind of leaning to the left. Mother Nature wants to fight again, so hopefully the wind isn't like this all across. Well, Nebraska's just coming up here, so off to the right is Denver. You can go down the 25 freeway down to Denver. Also the 287. If you're in Laramie, you can cut down, what is it called, Fort Collins, if I remember right, and you can go to Denver that way if you're in Laramie, which is a nice, if it's clear roads, it's kind of fun. It's a nice road that'll shave off a lot of miles if you're going Utah, like Salt Lake City to Denver. Yeah, the 287's awesome. Or you can do exactly what I'm doing here, which is just straight across the 80, and once you get to the 25 up here in a little bit, you can go straight down into Denver. All right, it's starting to get real steep right now, so climbing, when I'm about 80,000 pounds, with this Cummins, I like to keep it at around 1,500 RPM. I mean, you can go a little higher too. Everybody kind of drives different. you know, you're not going to blow this engine up, but you know, you don't want to over rev it either. But right around 1500 sounds good. You know, it's not lagging. You can actually go down to 1300, but it just sounds bad. You know, I think most truck drivers agree. You know, you like to have a little bit of a high pitch on the RPMs when you're climbing a hill. It just gives you confidence that you got plenty of torque going up, but everybody drives differently. But on this Cummins and this engine with this setup, you know, 1500 sounds good. So right now I'm at 1200 RPM. So I'm in manual mode, so I'm just gonna, you know, hit the stick and bump it up. Okay, I'm in 10th gear right now, and I'm right around 45 miles an hour, so I'm gonna put on my hazards. You know, and usually going up, you know, and if you're just joining the video, this is 80 eastbound, Laramie, just heading up the hill to the Abraham Lincoln Memorial, which we'll see. I'll film all the way up and all the way over the hill so you can kind of see what it is. If you need to stop, rest, sleep, there's plenty. There's a really big truck parking facility at the Abraham Lincoln Memorial, you know, which is nice. All right, so this is about 1500 RPM. Maybe you can hear the engine through the dash cam, but it just sounds good. You know, it's not too low, not too high, just a nice sweet sound. I'm gonna go down to 9th gear in a little bit because it gets even steeper halfway up. They try to keep this nice and clear. You know, going down is steep, so be careful as well if you're going 80 westbound, you know, from the Lincoln Memorial down into Laramie. But just take your time. You know, it does snow like crazy, but for some reason this winter's been really, you know, kind of light this year. Okay, my RPMs are down to about 1200, so I'm gonna go ahead and upshift one more into 9th gear. This puts me right around 40 miles an hour. It takes about 10 minutes just to get from the bottom of Laramie, or you know, right at the heart of Laramie, up to the top here. And then you'll be cruising through Nebraska, you know, going through, what is it, Sidney, North Platte, you know, then ultimately Lincoln, Omaha, whatnot. Yeah, so this is just a little bit. It's about maybe 1600 RPM, 9th gear still. Yeah, these Cummins engines, they love, you know, 1600 RPM. You know, it's a good sweet spot for just about any weight. Also, if you're watching this live or just a recording of this, you know, if you guys want to see any other type of video or, you know, part of the highway, I go all over the country. So, yeah, any suggestions, that's great. Or subscribe to my channel or like the video, I appreciate it. All right, we're gonna see Abraham Lincoln pretty soon here. You know, it's pretty massive. It's about 30 feet tall. It looks great at night, you know, lit up. Abe's got that badass face, you know. You can't miss Abraham Lincoln, that's for sure. yeah, if you get out, you'll have to film it, you know, walk around. It's kind of a visitor center. You know, there's bathrooms, and you know, you can read about history and stuff. So yeah, if you're killing time, it's kind of fun to stay at this rest area. But down in Laramie, there is a Love's. Across there, if I remember right, Petro. So there's plenty of truck stops down in Laramie as well. Okay, almost at the top here. Still just keeping it in 9th gear, you know, 1500 RPM. Yeah, and then right at the Lincoln Memorial, that's the top of the summit here. Then you can upshift, you know, and then go slow, because you got to go down. And I'll keep filming a couple miles down so you guys can see what it looks like on this part of the 80 East. Alright, so upshift into 10th. It's getting a little more flat right now. Alright, Happy Jack Road. Gotta love that name. Alright, I'm cruising like 50, almost 55 now, so I'll turn off the old blinkers. Then you see Abraham right underneath the overpass here. Alright, shift up to 11th. Yep, I'll tilt the camera. Can you see Abe out the window there to the left? Then the visitor center. You know, it's nice. Yeah, plenty of truck parking. So if you guys are coming the other way, you know, it'll clearly say Abraham Lincoln Memorial, you know, if you're going west bound on the 80 as well. Okay, I'll keep filming just a few more miles. You can see it's a downhill run here. It's not too steep. Speed limit goes back up to 75 miles an hour. Just watch it. You know, the signs are saying right around 40-50 mile an hour winds. If you're fully loaded, it's not bad. It's just annoying on the steering wheel. But if you're high profile or empty, you know, if you're in your semi truck and empty, you just got to watch it, because the wind, it does blow trucks over, as you know. Alright, so I'm just in 12th gear now, cruising, so we'll be in Nebraska here. This is really good looking part of the country too. If I kept filming for like another 5-7 minutes out the left, yeah, it's really good looking scenery. So alright, that sign says what, Cheyenne's about 36 miles, and then Nebraska shortly after. So okay, that'll do it. Thanks for watching the video. That was just basically Laramie, Wyoming, just going 80 freeway eastbound up the hill to the Abraham Lincoln Memorial there, where you guys can stop and take a breather, man, at the truck stop there. So alright, 55 mile an hour winds. Oh, it's gonna be a long day on the steering wheel, man. I'll get a good workout here. Alright, take care, be safe, see you guys next video.